tome found within the Pack Mage's den was horrid to gaze upon. It was as if the malign knowledge it contained was somehow tangible, and that the mere act of thinking upon it allowed the soul to be tainted. The precise writing contained within could not be read by anyone save Mordred, and he would require his library to translate it fully. The return to Llangorfen was one of celebration. Connacht and his devil slayers had lived up to their name, and the entire city rejoiced at their return. On the steps of the imperial palace, Emperor Leitrim presented Connacht with the Sigil Virtus, a medal of valor few had ever received. All of Llangorfen knew the name of Connacht and praised their new hero. Even Majoran was silently complacent. As the city held its festivities, Mordred locked himself away in his dark study and pored over the Pack Mage's tome. So intense was his research, he refused to be disturbed or even eat. After several days, Mordred emerged from his study with a dead pallor about him, but bearing an exhausted smile. Immediately, Connacht, the Emperor, and the War Council were gathered at the Imperial War Room. Mordred feverishly told them about his translation of the tome. The book was written by none other than Moagam himself. Its pages told of the blackest of necromantic sorceries, and it was intended to teach the Mercrydia these magics. It seemed that Moagam, the one responsible for bringing the Mercrydia into this world 1,000 years previous, still held some sway over them, and he planned to use them to attack Llangorfen. As the commanders began preparations for defense, Mordred spoke of one other piece of information the book provided: the location of Moagam's main encampment along the shores of the deep. Connacht, realizing the potential for that information, boldly addressed the Emperor. An army of Llangorfen soldiers could march on Moagam's encampment and attack him by surprise before he or his army could reach the city walls. After long hours of discussion and planning, the Emperor finally agreed to give Connacht charge of a regiment of the Empire's finest soldiers. They would march north along the Dire Marsh to the shores of the deep and attack Moagam by surprise. They hoped that a strike to Moagam's heart would stop his evil plans before they could be started. After a month of marching, the army of Llangorfen was poised for the assault on Moagam's camp. There was no sign that they had been discovered. Connacht split his army into 3 groups, one to approach from the front, a second to give fire from a hilltop, and a third to flank the camp and prevent Moagam's escape. With all the troops in place, Connacht gave the order: "Attack!" As the main force of the army converged on the encampment, a thin figure appeared from the shadows. With a gesture of his hands, the ground began to shake. Thousands of shambling thrall erupted from the landscape, heaving their bodies from the dirt among the feet of the advancing army. The shadowed figure was none other than Balal the Watcher, the most powerful necromancer to ever walk the face of myth. Unsuspecting, outnumbered, and surrounded, the Llangorfen army fell before the thrall's unforgiving axes. To his utter shock, Connacht suddenly realized the masterful trap that had been laid and the extent to which it had ensnared him. Without the main army to threaten them, the Mercrydia from the encampment charged the archers stationed on the overlook. The archers fell before the beast's claws and were blown apart by the fiery bolts from the Mercrydian Pack Mages. As the flanking army to the north advanced to the edge of the encampment, hope of a victory still remained. It was then that a thunder broke over the battlefield, a thunder of footfalls. From behind, titanic figures clad in black iron lumbered into the camp. With a strength unmatched, their single hammer blows slew whole ranks of soldiers. They were the Trow, and somehow Moagam had their allegiance. For the first time in his life, Connacht knew defeat.
"Sons of Llangorfen! Retreat! Fall back!"
Moagam, who had not so much as lifted a finger during the battle, threw back his head and laughed. It was a laugh of victory.
We're moving. Yes, sir. Yes. Got it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Sir?
All right.
We're moving. Got it. Let's get him.
Out of the way. Stand clear. Out of the way.
Yes. For the Emperor. Yes. Bring it. Yes. Yes. Yes.
New units received.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay.
Moving.
We're on it. Yes. Yes, sir.
By your command.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Step off.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
We're moving. Got it. Yes.
By your command. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it. Okay. Yes. We're moving. We're moving. Yes.
Step aside!
Got it. We're moving. Yes, sir. Yes. Got it. Yes, sir. Got it. Yes, sir. Got it. Yes.
Quick! We must seal the canyon! Speak.
Mulligan's trap was masterful. Much of the army of Lankerfen was decimated. If not for the sacrifices of a few heroes, none of the army would have survived.